it's Roblox Mate today, and I will be showing you how to use instancing in Roblox Studio. So we're gonna start with, we're just gonna create, so I'll just tell you what instancing means. So instancing is basically creating something from a script. So I'll just insert a script into the workspace, and yeah. So basically, we're just gonna create a little variable here. We're gonna insert a part, and all you gotta do is you gotta make a variable. If you decide not to make a variable, it will be very hard on you. So I recommend you make a variable. You don't have to call yours part. You can literally call your variable whatever you want, but I'm calling my part. But so you make the variable, and then you say instance.new, and then you put whatever you want to insert. So I'm gonna put. So obviously here there's a bunch of things. It's not just like you can literally scroll through everything here. These are all the things you can insert. You can actually go to model, and you can go to advanced objects, and these are literally all the things you can insert. You can insert a part, you can insert an animation, you can literally insert anything. But anyways, so you gotta say insert instance.new. I'm just gonna say part. Okay, and then once you say part where you want it, or whatever you want to insert, you put a comma, and then you tell the script where you want the you tell the script where you want to insert. So I'm gonna tell this script where I want the part to be. So I can have it anywhere in here, but if you want to actually make sure the players can see it, I recommend you insert it in the workspace, which is over here. So I'm gonna say workspace. So basically what's going on is that we made a variable here. We're inserting a part, and we are telling the script to insert this part into the workspace right here. Okay, so once you do that, now you have your part, and now you know where the part will be. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, what can I do with this part? I inserted it, what can I do with it? Well, let's say for an example, I insert a part, okay? Alright, and in this properties tab over here, if I go to this part, these are literally all the things I can change, except for the class name. The class name is you can't change it. So these are basically this is basically everything I can change with this part. So I'm gonna change the color of it. So I'm gonna say part dot anchored equals true. So if you don't know what anchored is, it's actually, so as you can see, I'm gonna lift up this part, and I'm gonna run the game. And as you can see, the part actually falls on the ground. Now, if I go up here, and if I go to the properties tab, and I make sure that anchored is checked, that means the part will not fall at all. So it'll just stay in that one spot. So that's basically what anchored is, if you didn't know what it was already. But I'm gonna uncheck this, because we're actually telling the script to anchor it, so we don't even need to, well, yeah. We know now that part will be anchored. Now you say, so if you don't know what I mean by part, actually, like I said, this is a variable. So basically, we're telling what we want the script to, what the part will look like. So we're basically telling the script, like, hey, like, I want to insert a part in the workspace, and I want it to be anchored, etc., etc. You know. It's basically telling the script what you want to happen, like you want the script to, you're telling the script how you want the part to appear, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna say part dot brick color equals brick color dot new, and then I'll make it cyan, which is blue. Okay, so now the color will be, the color of the part will be blue. Part dot material equals enum material dot cobblestone. I'll make a cobblestone. And then I think the last thing I'll say is part dot position equals vector3 dot new. So if you don't know what vector3 is, it's basically it's meant for positioning parts or anything that is a brick. Like if I want to position this wedge when I touch it or something, so let's say I touch the wedge and it goes over there, then yeah, vector3 is how you can position parts I think you can actually use it to position anything, but it's mainly used for parts. So I actually want this part to be over where we are right now. So I'm gonna make, so what you gotta do to get the positions, you actually gotta go to the properties, find the position, and copy and paste this. So just get rid of this. And in these little brackets right here, you're gonna paste it. And yeah, I think we're good. So we're gonna run the game. And as you can see here, it inserted the part. Everything we wanted to happen, the part happened basically. It's blue, the material of it is cobblestone. Now, to make this a little less confusing, I'm going to actually add one more, and I'm going to name this part. And I'm going to name it tutorial, okay? So we're going to name this part tutorial. And as you can see in the workspace, there is actually a part called tutorial, because we told the script to create a part and make sure it's blue or cyan or whatever, and make sure the material is cobblestone, that it's anchored, and to name it tutorial. So yeah, that's basically how instancing works. Now, of course, you don't have to. You can also insert other things. So if I want to insert, I don't know, a pants, I can, and I can name the part name equals pants. Actually, I'm gonna rename this to pants, and then rename that to pants. So we're gonna insert. So as you can see in the workspace, pants have been inserted into the workspace. So you can literally insert anything. So if you want to know what can be inserted, you just gotta go to the models tab, click this little like gear that has a diamond like frame basically, and click it, and everything you see in here you can insert by using a script. So yeah, so that's how instancing works, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something new today. Peace.